Pamandla, by the looks of things, excellent security services are not so excellent after all. What is the university going to do, number one, in terms of their contract? Number two, when holding that security accountable for why they were firing live ammunition at students to begin with?
The DUT management is not clear as to what will happen moving forward. They did state categorically that they will be reviewing their contract with excellent security, only to say they will be engaging with the management. They are saying even though the SAPS is investigating, but the DUT management is also investigating, but they did not say that they will be reviewing that contract. That's the question that we did try to put to them, to say, in the meantime, what happens to this company? Are you going to be suspending your contract with them? They said no. At this stage, they are unable to confirm that because they will be in breach of their contractual agreement. So moving forward, they say they will only engage, and once their investigation is done, they will be able to report as to what transpired. The explanation that was given by the Vice-Chancellor was out of 250 security guards, only 6 of them are allowed to carry firearms with live ammunition in terms of protecting the students and the university property, because they claim that there have been many incidents in the past whereby students have been mugged on campus.
It's Pamandla, interesting there that they should talk about a breach of contracts, because as far as I understand, one of the things he's also said was that this company is not ordinarily meant to be dealing with students and protests. So surely, in terms of that contract too, they would be in violation.
Seems as if there are too many loopholes there, because he did concede that, yes, their usual staff, which is trained to deal with handling firearms, was not available on that day of the incident. So therefore, they had to get people to stand in for them, and those people had to use those firearms. And he said that's the part of their investigation. That will form part of their investigation. But it's clear that there are loopholes in terms of how those security guards ended up having those firearms and opening up that live ammunition, Kathy.
At the same time, you know, a life has been lost here, Pamandla. Do you get a sense from that institution around what the weight of that actually means? Or is this another situation where protests take place, life is lost, and things simply move on, that it is business as usual?
According to the Vice-Chancellor at DUT, it will not be business as usual, because you could sense when he was addressing the media that, yes, indeed, they feel that they've got a sense of responsibility. I asked them after the press briefing to say, how much of responsibility do you take on what has happened? And he said, listen, this contract or this company is contracted to us. What happened was unfortunate. It never should have happened, but we will look into it moving forward. But I guess a sense that for now they are trying to be diplomatic, but moving forward, it's highly likely that they will be reviewing and suspending their contract with the security companies. Just that for today, he didn't want to confirm that during the press briefing. But yes, it seems as if for now the relations between that security company and DUT are strained, because this is an embarrassment to the institution. And it's also shocking that a young life has been lost like this.
Yeah, certainly it is, you know, perhaps going a bit further than just more of an embarrassment. Have we seen DUT take a tough stance against the security company? Have they spoken tough about what has happened here? Because, of course, for now, these protests might continue. And so what happens when students decide to continue protesting? Are they going to be met with the same heavy-handedness that we've seen over the past couple of days?
The management was non-committal on that one. They say at the same time they need to provide security, but they also need to make sure that they protect the students. So they were not committal in terms of what will happen moving forward, because earlier on the students did say that they will be intensifying their protests up until their demands are met by the management or by the university. So it's not clear what will happen moving forward, but there are fears that the situation will escalate as students from the EFF Student Command as well as SASCO have said they will continue with their shutdown. So how the university will respond there, it's not clear, but it's really, really scary, bearing in mind as to what happened when that young life was lost, because the Vice-Chancellor did say that as the management of DUT, they also concede that they took time to inform the family. Apparently, the family got to know about this matter when it was all over social media, and one of the brothers of the deceased, who is a student at Mangosuthu University of Technology, had to call the university to say what has happened to my brother. But the management took some time to inform the family members of the deceased.
Certainly heartbreaking this. Pamandla, before I let you go, on those talks with the family that the university has had, how much further are they going to go?
Well, it's not clear, but it seems as if, well, the Vice-Chancellor told us that they've dispatched a team to northern KwaZulu-Natal in Ngwavuma, where the deceased is from. Earlier on, I spoke to the brother of the deceased. He said at the moment they are too devastated. They are unable to comment. They asked that we contact them tomorrow. But the university says they would keep on engaging and to try and check what kind of support they will be giving to the family, because the family is not that well off. So the university has said they will try and meet them halfway. But I guess that alone will cause some anger to some people to say the university has procured a security service. One of the guards allegedly shot and killed a student, and then now the university is just catching up to say we will help. But in the beginning, they should have protected that young student.
Absolutely, Spamandla. Let's leave it there. Spamandla Goge, he was watching that story for us.